A lovely evening and a warm welcome to Uctv News. Thank you once again for joining us this evening. My name is Norah Osende to bring you the bulletin. It is a Friday, the 26th of September 2025. Thank you once again for staying with us. Now tonight we're starting off our newscast with the Uganda Land Commission, or ULC, that has officially handed over several square miles of land in Kyankwanzi District to Makerere University. That's for the establishment of an agro-industrial park, fulfilling a presidential directive first issued in 1989. The land, located in Banda sub-county, was formally transferred by ULC Chairman Professor Pen Nyeko and Deputy Minister for Lands Dr. Mayanja to Makerere University Chancellor Dr. Crispus Kiyonga. Professor Nyeko faulted previous university leadership for delaying the project for over 3 decades, but reassured the residents that the long-awaited initiative would deliver significant community benefits.
Now, I'm handing over in the presence of his group and in the name of His Excellency the President who made the offer to you, Dr. Kiyonga, Chancellor, Makerere University, the instrument of ownership of this 1 square mile of single ranch, 16 single. In a single ranch, there is in single ranch 16 is 6 square mile. We are taking off 1 square mile, which I'm symbolically handing over to the made a decision that there will be established here a center of excellence for research agro-park for vet. And this is the center of the cattle project, benefiting not only this area, the whole country, and I'm sure the entire region. Goods will come here directly for export with international quality. I thank Professor Mogi, who is Nyeko, who is the chairperson of the Uganda Land Commission, who is a person to make sure that this is done. Here, Dr. Puga, who is the chairman of ULC 5 of Kyankwanzi District. I have here Madam Rebecca, who is here to be here to ensure that this all corruption, if it was here, we are working.
There have been several vice chancellors. Didn't they really see the presidential directive? All these years, another one vice chancellor comes, another one comes, the directive was there lying. But this professor, who is the current VC of Makerere University, took interest. And I really thank him, and you as a chancellor, you must know this is a very visionary kind of vice chancellor, because the rest, I don't want to blame them, but I think they made a mistake. They made a mistake. They should have taken this land long time ago. This land should have been taken long time ago and developed. Particularly you, the local people, you must know, you are the one going to benefit. This is a cattle corridor area. Don't take a government project lightly. If a government is, you must be very happy.
Makerere, mu mwezi guno nogujja abantu bajja kulaba emirimo gye tugenda kutandika wano. Ate bye tugenda kukola bigenda it will help the local area, as has been said. It will help Uganda and beyond. So this is part of liberation. Liberation from insecurity, now liberation from poverty. Now in implementation, you colleagues from Makerere, you've heard the outline by the minister, which we should follow by the letter. He has shown us the RPC. When he shows us the RPC, he has shown us the DPC. So from the point of view of security, for avoidance of doubt, just in case there are people with their own ideas, we are going to get a police post here. And on the part of Makerere, we are already procuring 2 tractors. We are already lining up staff to come and effectively occupy this place. Yeah. So the leaders of this area and all brothers and sisters listening to me, this is not usual talk. We have disturbed the minister. He has done his part. He has handed us the land, and we are going to start using it immediately.
Tuliziganyiza era Makerere University in the presence of the chairman of Uganda Land Commission, district vet abadde alabirira ekitundu ne SPS special presidential advisor special duties za corruption madamu Rebecca Twini naye abaddewo n'abalala abakulu ab'ebitundu Dr. Kiyonga University Chancellor era they have taken over. Era Dr. Kiyonga abadde azerega boots nga ready to work naye agamba nti weekend ejja mwezi gwa tunabakutta ajja kuba already here. Tusabye police post ebeerewo wano to give security abanajja to open boundaries babeerewo wano nga balina security emala wetunasanga waliwo abatuuze abali munda mu square mile tujja kukola nabo bulungi mu ngeri y'okuvaayo nga basasuddwa ng'etteeka bwe liragira.
Eno project ya veterinary bw'ejja wano ekifo kino kigenda kukola ki kukulaakulana ate bwe kikulaakulana n'omuntu wa bulijjo aba akulaakulana kubanga wajja kubeerawo emirimu wajja ente ziba zigenda kufuna better services zigenda kulabirirwa bulungi ate n'ekirala tuba tu fulfillinga duty yaffe ng'Abannayuganda okukola kye tulina okukola kubanga lino tteeka ate wabeerawo etteeka tulina oligoberera bwe tutaligoberera naffe tuba twenyize mu ki mu corruption buli bwanguzi kati gwoba nga olimu abo bagamba lino tteeka naye tejja kukolebwa kiba kitegeeza naawe oli mukola ki mu kumenya tteeka ate gana amateeka galiwo nti ffenna tukole ki gatuyambe ffenna tusobole okukola ki okulaakulana ate tusobole okubeera bulungi.
The Electoral Commission has today met with the official agents of all the 8 presidential candidates thus to harmonize the campaign roadmaps and mitigate any potential collusions when they officially hit the campaign trails next week. The Commission spokesperson, Julius Muchunguzi, urged the candidates to strictly follow the scheduled and avert the risk of violence as their supporters crisscross in the nationwide campaign rallies.
Last Tuesday, the Electoral Commission embarked on nomination of the 2026 presidential candidates at its headquarters in Lubowa. 8 candidates were successfully nominated, and each one of them laid down their points that make them unique from the rest. The exercise started with NRM Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who asserted that the country has been granted peace, and that's why investments have increased rapidly.
And this is what we intend to do in this coming term. And things are now much faster because we have everything that we didn't have in the past. We have electricity, we have the roads, although we need to repair some of the others. We have the telephones, we have the manpower, the educated people, we have the peace. That's why we are being flooded with more investments. Then crime. There is peace in the country. There's no war. The army cannot allow that. But there is a bit of crime.
However, Alliance for National Transformation's Mugisha Muntu strongly rejects his words, stating that the absence of the war does not necessarily mean the presence of peace.
Museveni keeps talking about peace. But all these things that are happening is because of peace. He's confused a bit because we have digressing. Our understanding of peace is at variance. He thinks peace is law and order. Peace is not the absence of war, as I heard him talk about it 2 days ago. Peace is the presence of justice. You can have an army, you can have intelligence services, you can have police as we do have them, as we've had them even in the past, as many African has had them. But when there is no justice, eventually you will find that you have. So there is a rock firm foundation on the basis of which our people can go around doing their own things, not caring whether you have an uncle in government, a mother who knows someone in government, or even when you don't have money, you don't have a cousin, you don't have a nan to call in case you find yourselves in a problem. No. There must be justice for all. And at this point, I would like to call upon the government. Please, today you are in power. Tomorrow you won't. Deal with those who are not with you in a manner in which you would want them to deal with you when you are out there and they are in there. That's simple logic. Dr. Kano Chiza Besje has been incarcerated beyond the mandatory bail period. 188 days passed. A period within which, if they had any investigations, and they were saying they should have proceeded with the case, they have not.
If this is Nathan Nanda Mafavi's topmost priority is to boost the national economy by committing more resources to key sectors like the agricultural sector, which urges that surely will curb the poverty at a household level.
And that's why the poverty is on increase. I and my team, if you give us power in January 2026, I want to assure you that the agriculture sector will get 10% of the national budget so that we develop this country. We need to look at what the farmers produce. Do we have market? If there's no market, the government will make sure provides the market. We shall have stores, which you know them, silos, to keep our produce. Farmers suffer because they have a problem of what we call post-harvest. A man has a small house with his wife, his children. He produces 10 bags of maize. He has nowhere to keep them. I want to tell you that if you have a responsible government, this maize should have been kept by government and issue the farmer with what we call a warehouse receipt, which he can go anywhere and cash it anytime for the purpose of his life.
NUP's Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu will prioritize democracy and equal opportunities for all the nationals.
We shall reach in a Uganda where you will move in town and not see guns on the streets. In a Uganda where security will be protecting the citizens and not terrorizing them. A Uganda where teachers, soldiers, health workers, and other workers are paid promptly and adequately. Where farmers earn fair income from their produce. Where traders are not suffocating under exploitative tax regimes. That is a new Uganda that we dream of. That is a new Uganda that we shall definitely get to. A Uganda where citizens can demonstrate on the streets about injustice, and the response of the government will be to listen to them and not to shoot them dead.
Joseph Elton Mabilizi from the Conservative Party will create a conducive environment for the international partners so that they can invest in the country.
I will make sure that I create an environment which fits all the international delegates. So our international relationship is going to go to another level.
However, Obaraka Munyagwa from Common Man's Party vows to deport all the foreigners who he may assume not to be of value to the country, on top of cutting ties between Uganda and its neighbors.
Even after winning this election, which we are going to win by landslide, part of my agenda in the first 100 days is to release Dr. Besje unconditional and all other political prisoners. Ladies and gentlemen, time has come that we bring back the economy of this country in the hands of the Ugandan common man. Our business community is crying over foreigners that are getting involved in each and every resources. We Ugandans are naturally accommodative. We believe in working with other human beings since the world has become one single village. However, we strongly believe that we need the meaningful, formidable, investors. Foreigners that are loitering around this country illegally, the day I become president of this great country, will be deported immediately.
Robert Kasibante vows to criminalize abortion.
Your time has come. This campaign is not built on promises. It is built on purpose. It is time for a government that understands your struggle. Twagala kujjawo ekintu ky'okujjamu embuto ekyabortion era bwe tunaakuzuulanga ng'oggyemu olubuto tugenda kuvunaana kubanga twagala eggwanga eririmu abantu abangi. Mulabye China erina maketi nnene kubanga erina abantu bangi. So twagala okulwanyisa, njagala bannayuganda mwenna muzaale mu gavumenti yange. Ngenda kuteekawo okusoma okw'obwereere, ngenda bateerawo obujjanjabi obw'obwereere, ngenda bateerawo ebitongole ebyokukuza abaana. Bw'oba omuzadde nga owulira toyagala kumukuza ng'ogwo omutwala eri mu kitongole nga kimukkuliza, gwe ng'omuleeta ng'agasiggwanga. Namaze dde okukola enteekateeka n'ekibiina. So kati saagala muntu yenna ajjamu olubuto. Gwe weebuuze, singa maama wange yali mu kyalo eri Kakindu Emwera, singa yajjamu olubuto, singa Uganda mwandifunye pulezidenti alinga nze, kakati ngenda kukirwanyisa.
Frank Ambiro, UCTV News.
Now let's take a look at today in history. Well, that's all we had for you on UCTV News this evening. It has been nice having you. From the entire team behind the UCTV News and we wish you a lovely evening and a great weekend. I am Norah Osende. Good night.